I can't explain how it felt when, you know, we first came home, because we've been looking forward to it for so long, and it got to the stage where, you know, like we was like, you know, drawing marks, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, going, you know, to sort of like count down the days.
Fantastic, I love it to bits.
Just the thought of being able to come home and sleep in your own house and be with your friends and your family and be able to go out again, it was really nice.
And I got to phone round and let everybody know I'm here and then just chill.
Sit down and open my mail, that's what I do.
Actually, no, I don't chill, I run round like a nutter.
Being away a lot of the time really makes you appreciate the things that really matter.
I think I've got to go and get some bread and milk because I know there's going to be nothing in the fridge.
Isn't that the first thing everyone does in the world? Just go to the fridge when you get in.
The thing I most miss when I'm away is my bed, because that is a place that I could spend 3 days in bed.
I miss my gym, because I love my gym, and I've got like all my friends who go there and I see them because like we're there every morning. Morning!
I just like the fact that I can get in my car, I can drive down the road, go to my local shops, pop to Brent Cross, do the silly things.
Food is what I miss when you're away. I mean, it's nice having all the big American salads and all that kind of stuff, but then you know, when you really miss like a bacon butty,
Tomato soup,
chicken nibbles from Waitrose,
or a chip sandwich,
Heinz baked beans,
proper tomato ketchup.
Do you know, just normal things? Like, 'cause everything's always weird everywhere else, isn't it? It's not quite right.
You can't get good deodorant either, do you know that? In America. No, but the deodorant is terrible. I'm surprised they don't all smell out there.
Everything is just so foreign everywhere else. Just even like taxi drivers and, you know, just and radio stations and TV and adverts, and everything's just so weird. So just being British, I think we're all really proud to be British.
And I really have missed the press. A lot. Because I love them.
Mel B takes the most luggage.
Mel B takes the most luggage.
Either myself or Melanie B.
She's got loads and loads of clothes.
She is ridiculous.
She wears something different every single day. And she says, no, you've seen this before. And we're like, no, we haven't. She's always got something new on.
I haven't really been buying much lately, even though the rest of the girls will probably say I'm a shopaholic.
Oh, Victoria, Emma and Melanie have big, massive trunks.
5 big bags.
In the end, I only had a case and a big holder.
I always take coats. I'm in Texas in 110 degrees and I have puffers hanging up.
Only trainers. That's the only thing I accumulated along the way.
Or leather jackets.
My mum would come over to see me and I'd have to send about 4 pairs back with her. I think I was on average about 1 a week, a pair of trainers a week. It's ridiculous.
I don't unpack, my mum does.
I've unpacked now, I've been back for a fortnight, and I must have unpacked the last thing out of my bag about 2 days ago.
Oh, I don't unpack, I just go like that.
Down the side of my bed looks like Oxfam.
I don't unpack.
Get up when I wake up, which is usually quite early because I'm a bit of an early riser. So if I sleep to 8 o'clock, that's a lie-in for me.
Wake up about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No.
I get up around 12, 1 o'clock because I'm pretty knackered and I like to sleep.
Get up at about 10ish.
Go down for a swim if I'm feeling really, really energetic, and actually I lie because I only did that about twice throughout the whole tour, so I'll start that one again.
So I get up, I'll have my brekkie and I lounge around for a bit, probably have a nice long bath.
Wake up, order breakfast. I'll open the curtains, try and wake myself up a bit, stick the TV on, probably call one of the girls and say, what are you doing?
Ring England, like speak to the office, see if there's anything that needs sorting out.
I'm really lazy actually, I'm really, really lazy.
I make my way down to the gym, train for a couple of hours, come back, and then usually it'd be time to go to the venue.
Then sometimes there was a journey of up to an hour to 2 hours, either on the bus or on a jet.
And I'd get to the venue and run mad, kind of have a look in kitchen, have a look there, go on the stage, have a faff about, probably annoy a few of the dancers, probably go and annoy some of the wardrobe ladies.
We'd have a bit of hair and makeup, a little bit of hair and makeup, then we'd do interviews, which would include probably about 3 to 4 radios.
Do a singing warm-up.
Do a sound check.
A couple of televisions.
Have something to eat.
I have my hair and makeup done at the very last minute.
I hate having my hair done.
Sitting there, having your makeup done.
Because obviously pigtails, you have to get them straight and they have to be the right shape. And
sitting there, having your hair done.
And every hairstylist says that I'm the most difficult.
That's the only bit that I don't like, even though you have to have your hair and makeup done to look good. Couldn't exactly go on looking like a dog. When you're on stage and you're doing like the same thing, your kind of body goes into autopilot.
Find yourself going, stop right now, and then you're thinking, there's really something I need from the supermarket.
I wonder where my mum is.
And I'm thinking sugar, coffee, you know, just checking that I've got everything.
Victoria, sometimes I look at her and she's like in the clouds.
You are in a different world. You are in a different world, and sometimes I don't even realise what I'm doing, but I'm doing everything right.
Or you find someone in the audience that you can't help staring at. What do you put that on for?
I always make eye contact.
What did you wear that top for?
But then the kid doesn't actually believe that it's you. He'll be nudging his friend going, look, she looked at me. Look, look, look. And he's a bit like, no, she didn't. But when they wave and then you wave back, it's really nice because they're like that.
I think it was the second night we was coming down the ramp and I just slipped straight over on my bottom. But I lifted myself back up and got back into routine. I was quite pleased with myself, actually.
Probably the most embarrassing thing that happened to me on stage was our first gig actually in America, and we'd had some of the costumes had been like renewed, and I wore these like silver fluorescent-y trousers. They just split from the crotch right up the back. And at the beginning, who do you think you are, right? We have to go like this. And I thought, there's no way I'm doing that with a big split up my bum, right? I had to run off quick and I was going,
There's no place like being at home. And at the end of the day, all of us, it's been a big ambition of ours to play at Wembley Arena. And, you know, as for Wembley Stadium, that is something that we never, ever thought that we would be able to do.
The most exciting thing about being on the road is, as cliched as it sounds, it's when them doors open.
2-hour show, how am I going to get through it? And then when you're on there and the vibe and the audience kind of just takes you somewhere.
The fact that you can get up on the stage and sing the songs that you've actually written.
Nearly every night I'd get a whole tingling sensation up my body because you forget how many people are out there. And in America, because most of them were open air and it was quite light when we started, you can literally see everybody. And that is just a real... And you're like...
In England, a lot of our fans actually dress as us. A lot of people dress especially as Emma. But in America, the parents dress like us too.
American fans are louder, they are. And they're more kind of over the top and like, I love you. And you're like, but you don't know me.
It's really freaky.
I swear to God. You know, they're all really like, oh my God. And you think, what?
I don't do that much partying on tour now.
In Europe, I did quite a lot of partying. Me and Mel B,
The band,
the dancers.
and the hair and the makeup and us. It was a real kind of party.
You have got a responsibility you have got to look after yourself.
We were out like every single night.
You can't go out getting drunk, you can't be staying up all hours.
I'd say we went out in nearly every place we went to.
Emma beat me a few times.
I was called the monster.
She was like, no, I'm here, and I'm staying, one more song.
You can't be shouting and screaming, and you've got to stay out with smoky atmospheres and stuff.
I like going out.
If I've been going out and like partying too hard, whatever, and then I went on stage the next night and my voice just wasn't as good as it could be, then I would be so frustrated and angry with myself. We all like gossiping. We all love it. I reckon probably Victoria's the biggest gossip.
Oh, Victoria.
I'd say Vicky is the biggest gossiper.
Biggest gossip out of the Spice Girls is me.
She comes out with these things, these facts, and you're like, where did you get that from?
Definitely Victoria.
How on earth could a 24-year-old woman know a fact like that?
She gets all her gossip from Hello magazine.
She is just unbelievably the worst exaggerator in the whole wide world.
And it's always wrong.
I exaggerate everything.
She's full of information that you don't really need to know, but it's interesting. You think, yeah, I'm going to use that one.
Well, people gossip about us, so I gossip about everybody else.
Victoria has the biggest phone bill.
Definitely Victoria.
But that's only because Melanie's boyfriend was with her.
My mobile phone bills are not that high at all.
Melanie's the worst on the phone.
Vicky's probably got the most expensive one.
She lives on the phone.
I'm always on the phone.
She calls David for about 3 hours at a time. She always goes, oh, my phone bill.
So it's one of the things I have to do to survive, really. Sort of like to keep in touch.
I'm always on the phone. I think just to friends, you have to keep in touch because friends sometimes they get a bit upset when you don't keep in touch with them.
For us, it's such a necessity, it's a lifeline. You know what I mean? When you're on tour, you need to speak to your mum and your friend. So I can't do without it, really.
The thing that I really miss about Jerry is the going out factor, because me and her, we used to go out a lot and just enjoy each other's company.
She came out partying with us a lot in Europe as well, and we had a fantastic time.
Yeah, she was a good laugh. She was.
You know, some people you feel as though you can just sit there and not have to say anything.
She was very good to talk to.
We'd really get on one, like really deep about the meanings of life and things like that.
And if you were upset, she'd be the first to come and, you know, sit on the end of your bed and sort of chat.
It's weird, you know, we're really comfortable as a four-piece band, but I really miss her as a friend.
Getting married is definitely the happiest day of my life.
Me little girly friend, married.
Absolutely amazing.
Really, really bizarre.
It was a traditional church wedding, but it was young and funky. And it was like a party, because that's how weddings should be. It shouldn't be boring, like a sit-down dinner and, oh, speeches next. No, it was just fun.
I don't know, it doesn't sink in.
It really hasn't sunk in. I don't think it will until I see them with the baby.
I think Emma and Mel see they don't think of me and Vicky as being pregnant.
I don't know what it is yet. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
Victoria is like, what do I do with it?
I don't mind as long as it's healthy. I think that's the one thing that, you know, you worry about is, you know, is it going to be okay?
But as for babysitting,
I haven't actually yet offered my services for babysitting, but I think I'd like to do that because it's quite nice being able to give them back, isn't it?
I don't think I'd give them to Melanie or Emma.
Well, I'm not babysitting then. They're going to regret that because no one else will look after it.
I didn't want anywhere really, really big up here. I wanted something quite sort of, you know, homely. And I wanted somewhere that I could knock all the walls down and start again.
Actually, I've bought a flat in Liverpool. It's mostly for my brother, but I'll stay there when I go home as well. And I'm in the process of, I don't like to say I've bought it yet because it's not quite signed, sealed and delivered, but I've found a flat and I'm trying to buy it down here in London.
Me and my mum went to see a few homes, but this was my mum's favourite.
You know, I'm a pop star. I should have a pop star pad.
You walk in and it's just got this vibe about it. It's an old house as well. So, you know, like all different scenarios have happened there and it's just really warm and calming and the grounds are lovely. And it's just really peaceful out there.
You know, I was thinking about getting a place of my own, like, quite recently, and then I thought, no, I'm quite happy here at the moment.
That is my dream house.
Clean, very modern, very minimalist, but not minimalistic.
Like a family home.
Big squatty sofas and big telly and big sound system.
I don't want any of these flower pots with a stick coming out. Nothing that modern.
You know, nothing fancy or, you know, or quite plain.
My favourite room is probably my bedroom.
The bedroom.
I'm a real bed and TV and remote person.
A lot of people have got preconceptions and want to say, oh, after the stadiums they're finished, that's it, they're all going to split up. We're
going to start going back in the studio and writing our third album, which is really exciting.
There's a few different projects coming up for all of us, but I think, you know, the album is the main thing at the moment, which we're going to be working on.
Yeah, we really want to take our time with it and just put out something we can be really, really proud of.
We've got a great new single for Christmas.
We're really excited about that.
I think I always say this when we get a new song, but I think it's the best song we've ever written.
The future.
And honestly, put my hand on my heart and say I'm the happiest I've ever been. Ever been. Love life, work, family life, just everything. Everything.
Obviously, I'm getting married and having a baby, which I'm really excited about. You know, I've done lots of travelling and all of that, and this is another side to me.
I'm going to move into my new flat, start my new life, find a fella, and I'm going to start looking at doing some solo projects as well.
I've got there's a few bits coming my way, but I don't want to say too much at the moment because you just never know.
Next year and the many years after, I've got so much to give. the group's got so much to give.
Then it's the millennium, isn't it? I'm sure there'll be a big Spice Girls bash for the millennium. That'll be something to look forward to.
It's good fun, you know, we have really enjoyed this, and there's a lot more to come.
It isn't going to stop for nobody. I mean, he isn't going to stop. Can't wait.